And we're back. It's the 15th of December. It's time to drink some more beer. Bonk. Another Lindheim. It feels like it's been a while now. G'day, mate. Yeah, not suitable glassware today. Well, kind of suitable, but yeah. Hopefully I managed to clean it this time. Oh, it's looking a bit questionable. Don't judge. I put it in the dishwasher, alright. What else do you want? Looking a bit sort of half transparent there. Yeah. Could be a sort of a West Coasty style, an unfiltered West Coasty style, or it could just be a flocculated New England IPA. Maybe I should give it a chance and give it a little bit of a swirl, just to make sure if it is a New England IPA, that we're getting some of that yeast in there. My glass isn't big enough to pour the whole thing out, but can at least give it a little bit of a swirl. At least we'll get an idea. If it comes out really hazy, we'll get an idea that it was supposed to be a New England IPA. No difference. Yeah, looks pretty much exactly the same. All right. Ooh! Hey, what? Huh. Yeah, so I'm getting some citrusy hops, some citrusy citrus zest, almost like a juicy kind of citrus. Headed in the direction of lemon or lime, and bubblegum? Yeah, bubblegum. Sort of like a Hefeweizen yeasty notes. It's like a really sparkly wit, like a wit that has had a lot more citrus and sort of hops added to it. It almost smells like it's gonna be sour. It's not. Ooh, interesting. Oh, that's nice and wheaty. Nice and wheaty. And yeah, I'm still getting those big fresh citrus notes. It is almost like a wit, but it's like it's a lot fresher than I'm used to from a wit. It doesn't seem to have as much of that. What does it? No. It seems to be focused more on the bubblegum, on the citrus, and if it has coriander in it at all, if I'm on the right track, then I don't seem to be getting the coriander. Although when you add coriander to a beer, especially if you add it in the whirlpool, which is the part just after the boil when it's cooling down, that can apparently add a whole lot of hoppy notes. It's almost like you get some of the same compounds as hops, and then they transform the same way that hops do under fermentation to get you a bunch of the same notes that hops will get you. I'm not sure that's what's happening here because I just don't get any coriander at all. I get citrus and bubblegum. Citrus and bubblegum, man. That pretty much sums it up for my blind palate, at least. Full-bodied weediness on the taste. It could just be that I'm expecting a bit now, so I'm going to taste one. Yeah, also a slight hint of a little bit of acidity there as well. But it's just, I mean, you would if it's got citrus in it. But I don't feel like you can get that much citrus just from hops. I feel like there has to be some added citrus here. Whether it's orange peel, which would be traditional for a wit, or it's actually like some kind of juice. That's about as far as I can go blind. Man, it's gonna be... as soon as I smelled it again, I got an assumption that this is a wit. This is a wit beer. And now I think that maybe everything that I'm getting after that is sort of me backing up that assumption in my own mind. So it could totally be something completely different. And that has been the case fairly often, so yeah, seems likely now. Probably a New England IPA with lactose. I don't taste any lactose, but let's find out. Finally, I'm right. Oh man, Wit Wit Wit. It's a Wit. It's a light, easy drinking, light Belgian beer for dark winter nights. And does it have coriander in it? It's got hops, water, yeast, apricot, and peach. Ooh. Huh? Nellic? Fucking clove? Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Clove, man. Oh yeah, no. Now that you say peach and apricot, it's all peach and apricot. And I was thinking at the start, what is that smell? What is that smell? It's got to be some kind of bubblegummy thing because it gets so much citrus. It's got to be a Wit, right? The thought did not even occur to me that it could be peach and apricot. Oh, I hope someone got that blind because now that I smell that, it's abundantly obvious that it's peach and apricot. Oh, I couldn't have gotten both, but I could have probably guessed that it was a stone fruit if I searched for long enough. Yeah, there's so much peach and apricot in there. I actually can't believe I didn't get that blind now. That's a bit sad. But clove? No, I can't smell it at all. And honestly, I'm glad because I'm not sure I'd want it. That can get a bit medicinal for me. I don't tend to love when clove is added to beer. But yeah, no coriander. So, well, right on that count, I guess. Take the wins where you can get them. But it's super fresh. Super fresh. Actually, this would be a delicious beer to pair with either Pinnachat or Ribba, in my opinion. Much better than the giant sweet double box, in my opinion. That's just not for me. That's for after, for me. But IPAs tend to be like too bitter, either too bitter or too sweet these days. So, and like sort of overwhelming. You know, those massively sweet, high final gravity IPAs, they are a dessert in themselves. I can't do food and a huge New England double IPA at the same time. So, I mean, it was popular a few years ago to recommend a nice IPA for Christmas food, Norwegian Christmas food. But I don't think that holds anymore when the default, if you go into a store these days and you look for an IPA, the default is a New England IPA. And I don't feel that the default style, which you get when you ask for an IPA these days, works with Christmas food. Totally my opinion, totally my taste. You are totally welcome to disagree, but just my personal opinion. I think something like this works much better. It's much fresher. It's going to cut through the fat a little bit better. It has that little bit of acidity in there from the fruit. It works really well. Then again, you're never really going to know until you try it. Oh yeah. So I can only guess. But, oh, that was super fun. Super fun. And very different to everything we've received so far in the calendar. So, yeah. Oh. Good stuff. I am like impressed 15 days in a row now. I mean, it's not always rosy. Like some days, like not a huge fan of dry stouts. Not a huge fan of the classic Pilsner in the middle of winter. I mean, give it to me in summer, good, but yeah. But I mean, still, there's been nothing bad. I hope you agree. Yeah. Sweet, I'm gonna go enjoy this. See you tomorrow.